500-million-year-old fossil reveals ocean origin of spiders, evolutionary breakthrough. Imagine a world where spiders, those eight-legged creatures we often fear and admire, have been spinning their webs for over 500 million years. But here's the astonishing part: their ancestors might have originated in the ocean, not on land. A groundbreaking discovery by researchers from the University of Arizona, Lycoming College, and King's College London has uncovered a 500-million-year-old fossil that suggests the special brains of spiders may have started to evolve in the oceans, long before their ancestors crawled onto land. This finding has sparked a heated debate about the evolutionary origin of spiders and their relatives, and we're about to dive into the fascinating details. The fossil in question is called Mollisonia, and it's a marine arthropod that lived during the Cambrian period. At first glance, Mollisonia doesn't look very spidery. It resembles a pill bug with a bunch of little legs. However, when researchers used light microscopy to image the fossil's central nervous system, they made an unexpected discovery. The nervous system of Mollisonia is remarkably similar to that of modern-day arachnids, with a unique pattern of radiating neural centers that is flipped backward. This is a characteristic that is exclusive to arachnids, and it's a major step in evolution. But here's where it gets controversial. The prevailing view is that spiders, scorpions, mites, and ticks evolved from a common, land-dwelling ancestor. However, the discovery of Mollisonia's nervous system suggests that arachnids may have originated in the ocean, and that their ancestors may have been marine or semi-aquatic creatures, like horseshoe crabs. The transition from sea to land is a big step for a little creature, no matter how many legs it has. And this is the part most people miss: the fossil record is very patchy, and it's still unclear where and when arachnids first appeared. University of Arizona neuroscientist Nicholas Strausfeld explains that it is still vigorously debated where and when arachnids first appeared, and what kind of chelicerates were their ancestors, and whether these were marine or semi-aquatic like horseshoe crabs. The oldest accepted remains of an arachnid are of a 430-million-year-old scorpion, a critter that lived on land. However, new evidence suggests that arachnids as a whole may have started to diverge from other chelicerates long before that. So, what does this mean for our understanding of spider evolution? Well, it's possible that the unique brain structure seen in the Mollisonia lineage helped its later successors survive on land. Neural shortcuts to the legs and pincers, for instance, could make it easier to control and coordinate complex movements, like walking or weaving webs. Perhaps it was the earliest arachnids on land that first drove insects to evolve wings and hence flight, and maybe, in turn, airborne prey led to the evolution of webs. From the ocean floor to the treetops, the way that arachnids have adapted to the changing times is truly enviable. But here's the question: do you think it's possible that spiders originated in the ocean, or do you think they evolved on land? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The study was published in Current Biology, and it's a must-read for anyone interested in the fascinating world of arachnids. So, what do you think? Are spiders the ultimate ocean-to-land success story? Rethinking Spider Evolution, the fossilized brain that changes everything. Astonishing discovery shakes the foundations of what we know about spider evolution. Recent research into an ancient sea creature has revealed something truly unexpected: a fossilized brain that mirrors the structure of modern spiders. Over 500 million years ago, a creature called Mollisonia roamed the seas during the period famously known as the Cambrian explosion, a time when life diversified dramatically and many modern animal groups first emerged. Mollisonia, with its pincer-like mouthparts called chelicerae, likely used these specialized tools to capture and tear apart its small prey. But here's where it gets controversial. Although scientists initially classified Mollisonia as related to the group that includes horseshoe crabs, new insights from a detailed study led by Nicholas Strausfeld at the University of Arizona have turned this view on its head. By re-examining a fossil specimen of Mollisonia symmetrica, collected in 1925 and now housed at the Harvard Museum of Comparative Zoology, Strausfeld and his team uncovered some intriguing details that had previously been missed. In horseshoe crabs, the chelicerae connect to the rear portion of the brain. In stark contrast, Mollisonia's chelicerae are linked to two neural regions located at the front edge of its nervous system. This reversed, or back-to-front, setup is a defining feature of the arachnid brain, one that positions key areas responsible for planning delicate and swift leg movements in a manner that could explain the remarkable agility and speed seen in modern spiders. While the long-standing theory held that arachnids originally evolved on land, the absence of clear terrestrial arachnid fossils until much later than Mollisonia's era now raises a provocative possibility. Could the first arachnids have been amphibious, thriving along tidal zones, much like Mollisonia itself? Mike Lee from Flinders University in Adelaide, Australia, who was not involved in the study, concurs with this emerging perspective. He suggests that Mollisonia, with its intricate arachnid-like brain, almost certainly qualifies as an early aquatic relative of today's spiders and scorpions. And this is the part most people miss. Although the fossil has yielded a wealth of information, some uncertainty remains in its interpretation, a reminder of the challenges paleontologists face, much like trying to reconstruct a delicate, shattered pavlova. Do you agree with the idea that spiders might have aquatic origins? Let us know your thoughts. Could this discovery radically shift our understanding of arachnid evolution, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? Spiders evolved in the ocean? Shocking 500-million-year-old fossil evidence. Could it be that one of the most unsettling creatures on our planet once thrived in the depths of the ocean before making its way onto land? Recent research suggests just that, revealing fascinating insights into the evolutionary history of spiders. According to a study published in the journal Current Biology, spiders and their arachnid relatives may have originated in marine environments. This conclusion stems from an analysis of a remarkably well-preserved fossil, dating back 500 million years. Researchers from the University of Arizona conducted an in-depth examination of the brain and central nervous system of an extinct species known as Mollisonia symmetrica. Previously, this species was thought to be an early representative of a group of arthropods called chelicerates, which existed during the Cambrian period, approximately 540 to 485 million years ago. Chelicerates were traditionally considered the ancestors of modern horseshoe crabs. However, the findings took a surprising turn when scientists discovered that the neural structure of Mollisonia's fossilized brain does not resemble that of horseshoe crabs. Instead, it shares similarities with the brain organization found in contemporary spiders and their relatives. The front section of Mollisonia's body, known as the prosoma, features a distinctive pattern of segmental ganglia that governs the movement of 5 pairs of appendages. Additionally, its unsegmented brain extends short nerves to a pair of claw-like structures, reminiscent of the fangs seen in spiders and other arachnids. A key characteristic that indicates this fossil is likely an early arachnid is the unique arrangement of its brain. Unlike the front-to-back organization observed in modern crustaceans, insects, centipedes, and horseshoe crabs, Mollisonia's brain appears to be flipped backwards. Nick Strausfeld, a Regents professor at the University of Arizona and the lead author of the study, emphasized this point, stating that this arrangement is characteristic of modern spiders. This brain structure may represent a significant evolutionary advancement. Research on existing spider brains indicates that a back-to-front configuration allows for more efficient communication between neuronal control centers and the circuits that manage the spider's movements. Frank Hirth, a reader of evolutionary neuroscience at King's College London and co-author of the paper, noted that this arrangement likely enhances the spider's ability to hunt stealthily and spin webs with remarkable dexterity. Strausfeld remarked that the arachnid brain is, unlike any other brain, found on Earth, while Hirth described this discovery as a pivotal moment in evolution, seemingly unique to arachnids. Spiders and scorpions have been around for approximately 400 million years, showing little evolutionary change, and they have established themselves as the most successful group of arthropod predators. This discovery challenges the long-standing belief that the diversification of arachnids occurred only after a common ancestor transitioned to terrestrial life. Previous fossil evidence suggested that arachnids exclusively lived and evolved on land. Strausfeld pointed out that the origins of arachnids remain a topic of vigorous debate, with questions surrounding when and where they first appeared, as well as the nature of their chelicerate ancestors, whether they were marine or semi-aquatic like horseshoe crabs. While Mollisonia shares some external features with other early chelicerates, its body structure consists of two distinct parts, a rounded carapace at the front and a robust segmented trunk that culminates in a tail-like appendage. Some researchers had previously likened its body to that of scorpions, but no one had suggested it was anything more exotic than a chelicerate. The first organisms to venture onto land were likely millipede-like arthropods and other ancestral insect-like creatures, which represent an evolutionary branch of crustaceans. Early insects and millipedes may have formed part of the diet of Mollisonia-like arachnids as they adapted to terrestrial life. Interestingly, the initial arachnids on land might have played a role in the evolution of insect wings, a crucial defense mechanism. The lineage of Mollisonia is believed to have given rise to various arachnids, including spiders, scorpions, sun spiders, vinegaroons, and whip scorpions. This research opens up a plethora of questions about the evolutionary journey of arachnids. What do you think? Could the origins of spiders truly lie beneath the waves? Join the conversation and share your thoughts.